Hello and welcome back. In this video, let's explore the advanced settings. We can get into the advanced settings by clicking on Advanced Settings. We will explore test settings as part of this video. The first option in test settings is the connection. Connection plays a very important role in testing for web page performance. The performance of your application depends upon the connection speed. You can develop the application in the best connection speeds, but we may not guarantee the end user will have the same connection speed while accessing your web page. Web page test has pre-canned configurations for connections, which we can pick up. The best practice is to inject mechanism in our source code to gather data about our users' connection speed. Based on the data what we collect from the users related to their connections, we can leverage the same data and use a similar connection while we are testing. If you want to go for a specific connection which is not available in any of these pre-canned, we can go with a custom. Custom setting gives us an option to define our own configuration for connections. We can define the bandwidth for download, bandwidth for upload, inject our own latency, and we can also go with the packet drop. This is very useful option, especially when testing for websites from emerging markets, where the network connection is not great. The second option we have is the number of tests to run, which starts from 1 and goes all the way up to 9. The best practice is to use odd numbers, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Since web page test limits only 9 iterations or 9 runs of a test, we cannot go beyond 9. And one pro tip is not to use one iteration and come to a conclusion. Using one iteration and coming to a conclusion of the performance of a web page is very risky, as performance of a web page might be impacted by too many factors. One iteration based results are not advisable. The other option is the repeat view. Repeat view gives us an option to get the experience of the first time user as well as a repeat user. Picking the option first time view only will have one iteration of the job with no cache. Picking first view and repeated view will have two experiences of the same job, one with no cache and the other one with whatever the application caches. This would help us understand how much value we get by caching some of the resources. The other option is capture video. Selecting this checkbox will capture the video for the entire execution of your test. It will record the video and make it available for download. Keep the test private. This option is useful when you want to keep your results private. Label. As you might be running multiple tests in a given day, you need to specify a unique name for easy identification of the test runs. So this will give you an option to provide a name for each test run. Now let's use all the advanced test setting options and create a simple test. For this, we'll go ahead with cnn.com. We'll pick up a pre-canned configuration. In this case, let's pick up Fires. We'll pick 2 iterations of the test. We'll pick the options first view and repeat view. Remember, picking this option will give you the experience for the first time user as well as a repeat user. Let's capture the video to ensure that we can go back and replay that. For now, I will not make any results private. For the label, I would give a specific label. So in this case, I'm checking for CNN and my bandwidth is 5 years. Now let's go ahead and click Start Test. So the test started for the URL cnn.com from Dulles, Virginia, using the Chrome browser with Fios network, and the number of runs are 2. So now the test is fully completed. We can look at the details here. Since we have selected the option first view and repeat view, we get 2 rows in the results. The first row would be the first view, and the second row gives us the repeat view. A user's load time for the first time was 13.240 seconds, but when the same user revisits the page, it's 10.8 seconds, which means the caching has helped the user reduce approximately 3 seconds. Because of the video option what we have selected, We can click on the watch video. The entire test video is now available for us to view as well as download. We can play the video, which will replay the entire execution, as well as we can download the video. If you click on the test history, the label is reflected here. We specified the label CNN-fires, and that shows up here. If you have a bunch of tests for the same URL, you can easily identify unique test with this label. So we explored the test settings part of the advanced settings. In our subsequent videos, we'll go through the other options.